My name is Krischan Udelhoven, and I'm a VoIP engineer and a VoIP software developer at Sipgate. And in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to talk about the last 10 years of working with Kamailio at Sipgate. But it's only a rough overview because of the short time. So let's start. First, about Sipgate. We are a VoIP provider located in Germany, one of the largest in Europe, with several 100,000 customers. Most of them are private customers, but we have also a quite strong business product called Sipgate Team. Sipgate was founded in 2004, and I was thinking about how to characterize Sipgate, and these two words came to my mind. First, Sipgate is a very agile company. So we have all these Scrum, Kanban stuff implemented, and also we are quite lean. We're trying to push out new products continuously. For example, already a year ago, our customers were able to roam without paying fees for it. Sipgate in 2012, Sipgate got a full MVNO, so we are also a mobile operator. The other word is Sipgate is an open company because a lot of open-minded people are working at Sipgate, and also we have a quite strong commitment to use open source software, and also we want to implement all this stuff. When we don't use open software, we try to implement the stuff by ourselves, and when we need to change open software, we try to push back the changes to the community. On this slide, you also see the team, which is responsible at Sipgate for maintaining our telephony system. That's our team, and plus likely. Okay. So let's start. In 2004, Sipgate was founded, and these were the first computers we had. And we had here, this one is actually a computer running a Kamailio Proxy, and also some other stuff like databases. We had only one of them at the beginning, and it was a quite chaotic start, as you see. So then I will make step to 2006, and this is an overview of our network as it was in the time. We were offering our service in 3 different countries, and for each country we have a proxy here. You can see them here. One proxy for each domain, and doing stuff like the proxy usually does. So the end customers register their devices against the proxy and some NOT handling and stuff like this. When they want to call someone outside of the Sipgate world, the call flow would go from this VoIP extension to the proxies, and then we have this Sipgate.net, which is also SER, which is routing the call further through our asterisk gateways. We have plenty of them also at that time, and then it would go to our wholesale partners. So we have some least cost routing implemented there. The Sipgate.net SER was not only responsible for connecting these 2 components, but also for adding peers to our network. So at that time we were peering a lot with other providers and operators. On the right side you can see the PSTN cloud, and so these are basically lines coming from the Deutsche Telekom, and we had a Teles switch, which is also a proprietary device from the company Teles, and the SS7 links are coming inside of this device and on the other side out to the asterisk gateways. So we had a lot of Sangoma cards inside of these asterisk gateways. That was in 2006, and we had SER version 0.9.6 at that time. So there are some problems with this network. First, as we might have mentioned, when one proxy dies, all customers at that domain weren't able to use our service. So there's a single point of failure there. We don't like that. Another problem is here these Sipgate.net SER, which had all these peering logic inside of it, and it's tightly coupled to the rest of the system, so you don't have a real separation of concerns there, and it's not a nice system. You might want to decouple this. Another problem is these teleswitch, it was this black box for us. So when we had a problem with this, we need to call the vendor. And for example, when we had problems with one of the asterisk gateways, and we need to put it out of the routing, and we had to call the Teles people so they logged into the Teles switch and made that for us. So it was really a pain, yeah. So in the next slides, I'm going to tell what we did in the last years to get over this problem. First, start in 2007. We've upgraded also continuously our proxies, and now we are using OpenServer version 1.2. We've changed here the proxy setup by, you probably all know this kind of setup. You put load balancers in front of the proxies, and you connect, you make a full graph, and then everything's fine. So when one proxy dies, simply the traffic is routed to another proxy. We also changed a little bit the logic, because in 2006 we had for each domain we had a proxy, and now all the proxies are able to serve customers from all of the domains, and also the load balancers are the IPs from all three domains are up on these systems. So I want to highlight a few features of this setup. So first, it's redundant setup. We have the proxies and load balancers are located in different data centers, and the load balancers have anycast IPs for the three domains. So when a load balancer crashes or something, then the traffic will automatically be routed to another load balancer. Then in that time, the dispatcher module could dispatch, but couldn't be aware of when a proxy had problems, so that there was not this pinging logic implemented. So we did that with an external Perl script, which checks whether the proxies are up, and when one proxy got out of was not reachable anymore, then the load balancers are informed that this proxy shouldn't get any traffic. And we also implemented a little patch inside of the proxies, because we have a lot of customers which are behind NUT, and so with this NUT helper module of Kamailio, you can send NUT pings to keep the NUT open. And problem is when you have all these three different IPs running on the same system, then you want to ping. Of course, you want to ping from the right. You want to answer from the right IP and not just the host IP or something. So you need to somehow recognize this, and so we patched this, and so the UDP pings are are pinged from the right socket. Okay. Then in 2008, we addressed this problem with tight coupling of the peering logic. And also we upgraded to Kamailio 1.5, so the project was renamed to Kamailio. So we simply put the Sipgate.net OpenServer. We didn't upgrade this component. That's not a failure in the slides. We simply put it out of the traffic between these asterisk gateways and the Kamailio proxies and load balancers. So now they were talking to without a hop in between, and this peering logic is quite sticks together and doesn't interfere much with the rest of the system. That was 2008, and there's a larger gap to 2011. We did nothing in that time, but yeah, for example, we launched our business product at that team, but it's not so related to Kamailio, so I've skipped these things here. In 2011, we addressed the problem with the black box header switch by replacing it with soft switch where Yate is running on. You probably all heard of Yate. It's like PBX, like Asterisk, but also it's a SS7 soft switch. Yeah. So these components are actually two Yates, which are in two different data centers, and each Yate is controlling two media gateways. So these Yates act as media gateways controllers here, and these SS7 links come into the media gateways, and then Yate can talk zip to our asterisks. And so we got rid of this pre-connection here, and also got rid of all these Sangoma cards inside of the asterisk. So if someone wants to buy cheap Sangoma cards, you can contact us. Okay. So then in 2013, we've cancelled the peering platform altogether because we weren't peering that much lately, and we moved to a new platform which is depicted here, but which is not for peering but for interconnection. And we built this up from scratch, and so it's starts already quite nicely, so fully redundant. We have this load balancer proxy set up here, and we have Yate back-to-back user agents here, which are mainly responsible for security. So you might want to don't let NetCologne customers call Sipgate, for example, or stuff like this. You can implement here at the Yate, and then that call would be blocked. CDRs are written there too, and some number stuff is also done. So some numbers are always in the right format. So because some carriers which are connected to this platform like another number format than others. So this is done here at the Yate. So that's our interconnection platform, and that's basically how we managed to solve these three problematic things in our telephony network. Of course, I've skipped now a lot of other also important things, like I've mentioned this, that we've launched our business platform in 2008, which is mainly it's an asterisk-based conference platform which offers all these PBX features to our business customers, and they can control this their PBX via their browser, so it's a PBX in the cloud. And we didn't have to change anything in our setup except of putting new asterisks inside of them and add a little bit of logic to our proxy config. So currently, I think our proxy config is like about 3,000 or 4,000 lines. Last year, we've implemented a machine where Humor is running on, so the SIP capture tool, and it's really a cool tool. We're sending all the traffic from our proxies and load balancers to the Humor, and it's capable of capturing all of that and putting it in a database, and it really changed the way how we debug calls. So it's working really great. And then at the start of this year, we've implemented a Kamailio instance besides each proxy, which is only responsible for writing accounting stuff into databases. So we had the problem that when the normal proxy does this, so we had the logic of writing accounting stuff in database, but it was implemented in the proxy, and when the proxy couldn't get the connection to the database, then it was blocking for some time, and so we decoupled this by implementing a Kamailio, which is responsible for only writing this stuff to the database, and when that blocks, then that's no problem. So at least it doesn't affect our customers. And yeah, last week we've upgraded to Kamailio 4.1, and so we're quite up to date right now. So next slide, I want to tell something which is not that. It's also the last slide. I want to tell you something about our mobile setup, which is not so Kamailio related, except that somewhere inside of this cloud there are all these proxy and load balancers hidden. But I think it's a really cool platform, and it's quite interesting. So we're using Yate at this setup for SDP and SCPs. With two SCPs. These SCPs are also like in the other setup. These SCPs are also media gateway controllers here. And there are these media gateways behind the media gateways controllers, which are where these are as a 7 link to our system, and this link comes to these media gateways. And the Yate then can talk zip to the rest of our system. So that's how incoming call would be processed. But when, for example, a location update or something comes in from one of our customers, which has a mobile with a SIM card from us inside of it, then E+, so we are MVNO in the network of E+, would route that location update to our system and then to our SDPs and these to our SCPs, and then we have here these backend where with an HLR and SMSC and all the stuff you need for mobile backend, and we've written these components by ourselves. So it's quite we didn't buy anything from other customers. From other vendors. We simply implemented by ourselves and running really good. Yeah, that's basically our mobile setup. So another cool feature of this is because so the call comes in here and is routed through our Sipgate network. So all these PBX features which we offer to our business customers are available on their phones. So they can use conferences, they can pick up calls and stuff like that with their mobile. So that's our mobile system, and we are hiring. Daniel said that also at the beginning. So if you're looking for a new job, then just contact us. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Before the question, I want to thank again to Sipgate, which is also contributing quite a lot of code, but especially they were helping us with many events across the time. It's one of our long-term sponsors, including with 10 years of SER event and other develop workshops. We have Marcus Hunger, one of the guys also in our management team, so they really help us along all these years. Thank you again, and now the first question.
Yeah. As I understood, you directly upgrade from 3.1 to 4.1?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Did you have any major problems?
Yeah, we had some. We implemented it that way that we only put a few customers on the new platform by adding a new dispatching set to our load balancers, and there we did something wrong. But if we wouldn't have done this, then basically it all works.
Do you use any automated configuration management software for the network of machines? Is it a standard system or something you've rolled yourselves?
We currently roll this stuff out by ourselves. So, but we're working on implementing something automatic. Right. Last question.
Hi. Any specific reason why you chosen Yet?
Yeah, it performs quite well.
I'm sorry?
Performs pretty well. Simply works. And we
Does it
have
have any special features or easier to use or?
SSL. Yeah.
Well, fine, but to my understanding, FreeSwitch and Asterisk, they can interface with SS7 as well with Sagoma cards. Huh?
I don't know.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Krischan. Thank you very much for.